Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. His Majesty King Abdullah, the Supreme Commander of the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army, visited the Army's headquarters. The King was received by Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Lieutenant General Mahmoud Frehat, the Commander of the Royal Air Force, and other senior officers. During the visit, His Majesty discussed with the Army Chief issues of interest to the armed forces in various fields of operations, training, and logistics. He also checked on the level of readiness of the armed forces and voiced his trust and pride in its members. Prime Minister Hani al-Mulki visited the Ministry of Water and Irrigation and checked on plans and programs prepared by the ministry to deal with the water supply issue in 2018. During a meeting with Minister of Water and Irrigation Ali Ghzawi, the Water Authority, Jordan Valley Authority, and water companies, al-Mulki said the government is interested in supporting the water sector and enabling it to address the increasing demand for water. The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of expanding desalination programs to meet the increasing demand for water. He pointed out that a successful water desalination project in Aqaba will provide 5 million cubic meters of water annually to serve industrial and tourism investments. Acting Senate President Maruf al-Bakhit said the Middle East region will not enjoy peace and stability unless the Palestinian cause is resolved based on the relevant international resolutions and the two-state solution. Speaking to U.S. Vice Chair for the National Democratic Institute, Thomas Daschle, Bakhit added the increase in the U.S. support for Jordan is vital to enable it to face challenges stemming from regional turmoil and crises. During the meeting, the two sides discussed a wide range of Middle East issues, including the Syrian crisis and its economic impact on Jordan, as well as the importance of restoring security and stability to the region. Russian UN Ambassador Vasily Nebenzia said Washington's decision to put forward its draft resolution over chemical weapons used in Syria could be a prelude to a Western strike on the country. Moscow and Washington halted attempts by each other in the UN Security Council to set up international investigations into chemical weapon attacks in Syria. Meanwhile, France and Britain discussed with the Trump administration how to respond to the Duma attack, but both stressed that the culprit still needed to be confirmed. The Duma incident has thrust Syria's conflict back to the forefront of the international stage, pitting Washington and Moscow against each other once again. Meanwhile, in Syria, a second convoy of buses arrived in rebel-held northwestern Syria carrying Syrian rebels from eastern Ghouta town of Duma after it was hit in a suspected chemical attack. Videos uploaded to social media showed Syrian rebels and their families arriving at a relief camp in northern Aleppo province after being evacuated. The suspected chemical weapons attack late on Saturday is reported to have killed at least 60 people, with more than 1,000 injured at several sites in the town. The Syrian government and its ally Russia have denied involvement in any such attack. More than 250 people were killed when a military plane crashed in a field near Algeria's capital. A total of 257 people were killed, most of them military, 10 crew members and others described as family members, while a number of survivors were being treated at an army hospital. Dozens of firefighters, rescue workers, and military officials worked round the blackened aircraft, which had been ripped up open near its wing. The plane had been heading to Tindouf on the border with the Western Sahara, home to tens of thousands of refugees from the Western Sahara standoff. Yelling commands and lunging for the ball on the balding AstroTurf, Khalida Popal drilled the team of 9 Mexican teenage girls through basic soccer training just weeks before the jet-off to Russia for the World Cup. For Popal, the pioneer of female soccer in Afghanistan who was forced to flee after death threats, soccer can open new avenues and boost self-esteem for the Team Mexico girls. With up to 150 million children living on the streets worldwide, according to the United Nations, the organizers of the event hope that it can help release the stigma surrounding street-connected children and improve their treatment. And finally, a look at the weather. Cool and partly cloudy conditions continue for the rest of tonight in most regions. Tomorrow, a slight rise in temperatures expected, bringing back pleasant spring-like conditions across the kingdom. Amman can expect a high of 23 degrees Celsius and a low of 13, while the Gulf of Aqaba, it will be warm, and in the forecast, the high of 31 degrees, sliding down to 20 degrees at night. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news. I'm Nancy Khair. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.